welcome back to Stephanie Plans and Reads. We are in the second half of the year, almost. Quarter two ending, and I want to go through my planners from quarter two and talk a little bit about how they worked. If you are new here, thank you for clicking on this video. On this channel, I talk all things planning, planners, stickers, stationery, organization, all those kinds of things. So if that sounds interesting to you, hopefully you'll stick around. And to all of those people who have come back, I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for liking the content and subscribing to the channel. And hopefully we have some good things coming in you and can stick around as well. Okay, so I have two. Well, that's a lie. I lie already. I lie. I technically have three things to go through. This isn't really a planner. It's more of like a booklet. I'll go through this quick first. So this I got from Sterling Ink, and I'm using it as social media planner. Yeah. So basically, I just kind of write totals down there, and then really where it gets used is in the monthly spread. So I put little icons, and I have been writing down beside the icons what I've used them for. So I just got this in May, I think, so there's nothing for April. There's May, and there is June, and we're finishing this up here, and that's really all there is. I mean, I have put some like content ideas at the back, but this is not going to be used going forward. And this video will probably be in two parts, because I do want to talk about what I'm going to be doing in July, but I think that might be in the next video. So I'm going to make sure that I put up, will be part one, and what I do in July will be part two. And if you're interested in all, after you see this, about what I'm going to be doing in July, then definitely subscribe. So yeah, so I won't be using this going forward. I really like the idea of this, but there's a whole other thing happening in July, so I want to kind of, you know, do something different. Okay, but then, so these are my main planners. So I have, in case you haven't watched my quarter one review, I will link it above. But these are my main planners. So here is my reading planner. It is a Sterling Ink N2, which is like the week size. And I have it in a Hobonichi clear cover. And I think I did some, pardon me, I think I did some blow dryer treatment to get it a little bit more, well, to get it bigger, basically, because it was, you know, hard to get this Sterling Ink in. And then I just have these die cuts, or stickers that I used washi tape on the back of so that I can move them. And in the part two of this, I'll be showing you that and taking these off, because I'm gonna, or some of these off anyway, because I'm gonna be, you know, refreshing it for quarter three. So quarter two starts here. So what I've been doing here, I might want to bring it down just a little bit so that you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. So here I have some social media priorities. That's before I move social media out of here, so just ignore those. But my goal was for this quarter was to read 25 books, 2.5 of which should be nonfiction or classical. So I have one nonfiction there, two nonfiction there. I do not have any classical, so I didn't make that goal. And I have not read 25 books this quarter. I've only read 20, well, that's 14, and then 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 22, but there are a couple of more days before the quarter ends. So I'm filming this on the Friday. So I've still got kind of the weekend. And then here, I don't really do anything. I've been putting the books that I've read and tracking social media stats, but again, that's not going to be relevant going forward because I'll be all of the social media has been moved out of here. So then for the months, I started off the month again because I was the quarter using this as kind of social media. So there's like stickers here that kind of set up what I was going to do in social media, but I didn't continue that. And in the 5th month, so May, what I did was I started writing when I finished and when I started a book. So I started the books, I've listed them in black, and then when I finished a book, I did it in blue, and I'm using the Hobonichi pen for last year, the Uniball Jet Stream, I think it's called, with the 3 colors on it. And then I just put the total in red of what I finished. So you can see here I read a lot of books at once. I've just always done that, and so this helps me, see how long a book may take, or how quickly I read a book. Not that I need to track that, but it's just kind of interesting. And I continue to do that in the month of June. So yeah, so I started Where Dreams Began and finished it there. So yeah, just fun. I'll probably continue to do that going forward. I've already kind of set up for July. Right, so then we get to the weeks. And I'll just kind of, I've gone over in my, monthly reviews, I've kind of gone over the first 2 months of the quarter. So I'll just spend some time in June, the last month of this quarter. So I always write the books that I'm reading, the pages for every day, and that's in blue. And then any other notes that I write about the book, like if I finished it, or that Pandora's jar, I don't know if I've put that down. Anyway, or anything else, it goes in black. And then on this side, I write the goal. I might write some stuff about how reading is going that week, and how much, how well I'm doing at making the goal, meeting the goal for that week. So this is the next week. I have here a little list of things that I've ordered. And this is basically, I've got some pet tape here. This is a combination of pet tape, washi tape, and these, they almost look like, they almost look like stamps, or they're these things. I got a whole bunch of them from Amazon for a very cheap price, and they're just little, they're like almost kind of retro posters and things. I think that one's the Grand Cat Show. So I just kind of did some layering there. I like the way this turned out. I don't often have blue, so I like the kind of blue pops of color there. Then the second week in June, second full week, again, some notes about orders, what I needed to read to make the quarter. Yeah. And then next week, and then I always write like if I met that goal there, I'll put it up at the top. So yeah, you can see that this is Friday and I haven't read anything, and I haven't filled out what I read of that book on Thursday, which is not very much because I didn't read very much yesterday. Yeah, so this is the last day. I always write last day for June totals just to remind myself to total things up for the month. And then I'll give you a sneak preview of I've done 2 weeks ahead. So then at the back, I haven't done really anything. I have all these notes pages. I did the compact, but there's still like tons of note pages. I sometimes do, I make some lists. I do some stuff for scripts for content. I was doing a weekly to-do list in terms of social media. Again, because I moved social media out of this planner, I didn't really do that. I've done something else, which you'll see in my common planner. So I have lots of space here. I'll probably end up using it for like rough notes at the end of the year. I think I still have my 2023 mega, and I just use it for like really rough notes and testing pens and doing all those things. So that's probably what will end up happening to that, but that's that. I really like this book. I think I like this book because I'm tilting up again, because I am not precious about it inside. I write, pretty messily. I like decorating it, but then I don't worry about the writing. And I'm also using the ballpoint pen. I think that makes a difference in terms of its, fluffiness. It's kind of lived in nature, and I really like that. So that's that. I'm going to take a sip of my drink. Okay, so this is my, put that away, common planner. Again, I've got a clear cover on it. It's the Midori clear cover, and I'm going to probably change some of these out for quarter 3. So the first thing we get to is this page. So quarter 2, what I've done here is I've written down, just ignore that. I mean, you can see why initially I started thinking, okay, to track my social media in this section, but it doesn't work because I need more detail on some of this stuff. So then I decided to just take the priorities that I have up here, kind of what's going to happen in this month specifically, and then I kind of do a little highlights of how I met those. So for example, this month of June, it was to improve how many times I floss. God, that's seems to be something I have trouble doing. And also using eye drops. And then I'm looking for job, so I continue to apply for jobs. And then I will write down a little highlight at the end of the month. Then in the trackers, I have flossing and eye drops, of course. Water, working on my social media, Stephanie Plans and Reads. Working on work stuff, so either job applications, working on my resume, stuff like that. And then walking. And I'm pretty good with water, working on my social media and working on work stuff. I'm okay at my eye drops. They could be better. I am horrible at flossing. I floss like once a month. And yeah, I've got a couple more days, so I should really try and get another one in there to at least say that I improved. And I didn't put, I'll do Thursdays here. So Thursday, I have this Zig clean color dot marker, and this is in the color grayish green. So I didn't do either of those, but I did have water, I did social media and work, and I went for a walk. So yeah, these dot things I think are the reason why I'm keeping up with these trackers. I did it last quarter, and I changed some of these things, so don't worry about the dots. But yeah, I changed the categories here, but I think the reason why I'm keeping up with these, because I never used to keep up with trackers, is because I'm using the dot marker. So yeah, that's what we have there. Then the month of June is, I don't use this spread very much, as you can see. I put in date specific things. So these are Cricut games, and then, you know, Father's Day, first day of summer, doctor's appointment, and then the Tour de France. So, and then I just did some, you know, deco, make it look nice if I, you know, so choose. But I this is very blank, and you know, going forward, I think I should find more things to put in my monthly, or to change my monthly and make it, you know, more used, because as you know, I really like a used planner. Now I had put down in January and February what I read, but I was just copying the stuff from my reading planner, and I just read it, put it down there. I'm not going to do that because it's doubling up, but there's something else I can be doing with here, so I will. Okay, in terms of the weekly, so this is the last week of May, the first week of June, and I've been kind of experimenting with not using kits. I like the way this looks for some reason. It's a bit empty in this kind of section, but it looks lived in. It looks like it was used, and that's important to me. These check marks, I'll show you what they are as we get further on in the month, and then I just write a kind of a review of the month, a reflection of the month. I like using these little character stickers, and yeah, and I've got that Coffee Monsters Coat-Tape. Lovely. This is a kit from Let's Planet. Feels very calming after a bit of the color chaos here. This is a bit more calming, I think. I put the to-do list up too high, so you know, there's lots of waste space here. But yeah, I think it looks all right. It's a nice color palette. Then I used a very old kit from Planner Kate, and I even kind of overlapped. It was a standard kit size, and so like 1.5 columns. So I just kind of overlapped them, and then when I used the full boxes, I just kind of put them in between, so it didn't look so like, oh, these don't fit kind of thing. I really like gray, so I kind of like the calmness of this. But again, it still looks used, which is important to me. I don't want a planner to just look so pretty, you know, that, I mean, these aren't memory keepers as such. They are functional for me. And so I want it to be functional, to have come in here many times a day. So if it's not looking like that, if it's looking, you know, too pretty and too everything's perfect, then maybe I'm not going in enough and it's becoming too much deco and or too much aesthetic and not functional. This is last week. This is a kit from Planner Kate. Really like the yellow. Have a little sticker here from Happy Cutie Studio, I think. They have little characters that you can make, a little ginger character, and that's just me, so I like that. And then we come to this week. This is the Maintain Your Peace, I think it's, or Peaceful Life or something like that, kit from Coffee Monsters Co. This is what I was talking about, why I have the check marks on the side here. I use a clear post-it note that I've listed all of my tasks for social media, and then I just kind of put it up against the column here and then check off as I do it. Yeah, so that works-ish. I still need to like write down on my to-do list what I'm doing, what I'm filming, what I'm taking pictures of, that kind of thing. But at least it's in the week, and like I say, I kind of go back here a lot during the day and stuff, so I can see, oh, I still haven't done that or whatever. Yeah, so again, I'm just using some emojis from Coffee Monsters Co., but I'm also using some Planner Kate icons. My to-do list is at the bottom, and then on the side here is a meal plan. So it's Friday today, so we've got 2 more days, and then you're going to see the Q2 review. And then I haven't done anything for the following week because it hasn't happened yet. So June, in my dailies, I started off with this kind of situation where I wrote the name and then the dates up here and then gratitude and reflection. I like this style. It helps me practice my hand lettering or writing, whatever we want to call it. I don't know what happened here. I got some pen must have gotten loose or something because the Tombow got a little loose. Usually what I do is I write the month big and then continue. I like the feel of it. It's starting to really get like thick, and then I thought, oh, see, I have pulled out, I think, be 2 pages, and this one seems to be a little bit loose. I might put a little washi tape or a little tape to make that stay like that. But then, so I thought, oh, I'm constantly using these more muted tones. I mean, this one's one of my favorites, so I'll go bright, and I went with red. You know, not something I will repeat probably. It's a little too much for me, but some people really like color, and I do, but I want them to be more understated, muted or smoky or something like that. And this is this is just an MT washi tape. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll do some, you know, daily pages. So kind of, I don't know. Basically, I extended my gratitude list and wrote a little bit more about it. I was using my fountain pens here. Yeah, that's all right. These are pet tape stickers. Continued that here, again using the fountain pens. This is a Kaweco ink, I think. Yeah, it's the caramel brown, which I really like. And then I also have the green black is this color here, the green black. I don't know what happened here. I just decided to do 2 at a time for some reason and thought I didn't really care that they didn't match. Again, I usually have gratitude on top and then I like reflection or highlights. It's the same thing. I like this one probably the best. I like the kind of combination of the black and the pink together. This one was brown. And these was not Tombow. This was the Mile Liner, which is why it's a bit thicker. And then this is this week. I still haven't done my reflection for Thursday, and then we're on Friday, and I decided to use again another Mile Liner. This was the reddish color one. I don't know what it's called. And then I just did July like this. And then here going forward, I'll talk about that in my next video. So yeah, things went well, I think, for Q2. I'm just going back here for a second. In Q3, I'm going to be adding skincare to this list because there's some things that I'm trying to be more like on top of in terms of my skincare. So I'll be adding skincare to this list. And I, you know, the rest of it will probably stay. I have not, you know, my priorities were to, you know, get a job, obviously, and I have not done that. But I think I've met some of my goals, and I really do feel like I'm not worried about meeting goals. I'm worried about trying to not even progress, because I think when you have a chronic illness like I do, sometimes progress feels very much like doing nothing or resting, and that doesn't always show up on things like this, on, you know, goals and habit trackers. So for me, I'm not, these numbers, these dots here are information, but I don't put any, you know, emotional weight because I didn't floss more than I set out. Like, I wanted to floss more and I didn't, but oh well, you know, life happens. So anyway, in part 2, which I will probably film right after this, so it may be that it's not a whole week that you have to wait, but you definitely need to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know when part 2 comes. But in part 2, I'm going to talk to you about what I'm doing in July, and I'm so excited. And yeah, hopefully you come back, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks very much for watching. I appreciate it. Bye.